Well, welcome. I am Matt, the Executive Director of Circle City Relief, and this is the Circle City Relief Spotlight where we shine the light on volunteers, donors, board members, friends, people that we serve from the community. And boy, do I have a double treat for you and the two individuals that are here for today's spotlight to sit in these two hot seats. Today are a couple of volunteers that have been volunteering with us for several years. I dare to even say how many years. I'm sure they'll be able to give some more insight into that. But we just love when this couple comes at least once a month to volunteer at Circle City Relief. I know for me personally, just to see them interact and engage with people from the community and be vulnerable with a number of people over the years has been really cool. And we want that for our volunteers to come to Circle City Relief, not just to just to volunteer for the day, but to really get engaged, to step outside of comfort zones and boundaries, and really get to know some of the people that it is that we serve. And that's exactly what this couple has done over the years. And so without further ado, I will want to introduce you to Jeff and Kelly Meyer. Really do appreciate you guys.
Hello.
Come on over to the hot seat. You can't see those hugs, so meet Jeff and Kelly Meyer, and welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Circle City Relief Spotlight. And so definitely, once we restarted these videos and everything, you're one of the first people that I really wanted to make sure we did a spotlight on, because you've been volunteering with us for many years and faithfully, and we really do appreciate both of you guys very, very
Thanks.
much. And so I know that we have some questions that we'll go over really quick, but I don't know, take a few moments to tell us about yourselves. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Kelly Meyer, and this is my husband, Jeff. We've been married going on 36 years this year in December. Yeah. And I am a newly retired teacher, taught 29 years. And in September, I'll be starting a new job working as a teacher for an organization called Same As You for young adults with disabilities.
Okay.
So that's a little bit about me. We have 2 kids. Blake is married, and we have 3. He's married to Heather, and we have 3 grandkids.
Wow.
And then Morgan and Tyler are getting married in September.
Awesome. Wow. That is amazing. And yourself, Jeff? I know.
So she said it well, but we've been married for quite some time.
Uh-huh.
And really enjoy, first of all, thank you for having us.
Yes.
And, we really enjoy working with your organization.
Absolutely.
And, excited about being here today.
36 years of marriage, that is a successful, man. Sandy and myself, 20 years, but man, 36 years is amazing. 29 years as a teacher. Whew.
And then how long have you been working?
About 37 years.
37 years.
Same company.
Same company. Amazing. That's awesome, man. You could just, we know that you're committed to Circle City Relief, but that just shows lifelong commitment to the professions and, the industries in which you work, and just amazing stuff. And you're just amazing examples to kids and the young adults, and now what you're going into teaching,
Mm-hmm.
Who's it again?
Young adults with disabilities.
Young adults with disabilities. That's you.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I see correlation or with Circle City Relief in regards to that, and just how what you love to do while you're at Circle City Relief out at the serving site, and really cool stuff. And so wanted to have you on the spotlight. I have some questions for you. I don't always have those questions memorized, so I will look at our cheat sheet. How did you two first get connected with?
I think it was through Northview Church.
Mm-hmm.
What was our first event?
We had, our church did like a community service day.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of going to church, people could pick different organizations to go to. So we just came. It was at your old location about 6 years ago or 7 years ago.
We remember your old location.
Yeah.
And
That was the 29th and
Beach
MLK or the Beach Grove.
The
Beach
Oh,
Grove.
the Beach Grove
Yeah.
location. Okay, that's where you started. All right, and we've been here 6 years. So several years ago. Yeah.
yeah. And when you talked about what you did and that you and Sandy started after going on a mission trip, I think shortly after that, I went on a mission trip to New York City.
Okay.
And had the same experience you guys had.
Right,
so I was like,
yeah.
And I told Jeff, I said, I want to start volunteering at Circle City Relief monthly. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do it monthly, but, we'll see. And we do it monthly.
That's
and
right.
He's as faithful as I am about coming, and we've enjoyed it ever since. So it's been at least 6 years we've been coming.
Yeah, because you've joined one of the monthly teams, and the experience you had definitely sounds similar to Sandy and myself, and just going to New York City. Who could not be impacted by serving with New York City, New York City Relief or City Relief now, and coming back and not wanting to continue to do that type of work or helping others. In the city, even though the dynamics of Indianapolis are different than New York, the types of things that individuals are struggling with are exactly the same, and so yeah, it's pretty cool to hear how your story is similar to ours in that from a volunteering, doing a short-term volunteer. What do you go? Mission trip.
Yeah.
It really impacted you to the point of wanting to continue to do something.
Yeah, and when I went, I met a gentleman named Thaddeus that has become one of my best friends that I talk to weekly, and it's funny. He's been invited to Morgan's wedding. He said he's coming. We'll see what happens.
Wow, that is
But
amazing.
Making that connection with someone like you talked about how important it is to build those relationships, and then coming here and all the people we've come in contact with through Circle City Relief.
Exactly.
It's been really cool.
Well, that's been the beauty of you guys. When you come down, you're not afraid to actually engage and be vulnerable with people, and so that's not all volunteers like to do that, and so that doesn't go unnoticed, obviously. So, what have you experienced that has impacted you the most at Circle City Relief?
There's a lot of great experiences. But I think it's just it's simple, first of all. So being able to just help someone out in a simple way makes it so rewarding for us. It's so easy. And, I think some of the great experiences are meeting our friends and seeing them week in and week out. There really is a need, and we can help facilitate it.
Absolutely, and simplicity, we try to make it as simple as possible. To your point, just come down and assign a job or what that might look like in the kitchen or in our preparation time or out at the serving site, to make it simple. But it can then turn from simple to complex even. As you start to engage and you start to hear the actual stories of the people that you're serving, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. And so,
be a little heavy.
Yeah, they can become heavy at times. Yeah. And so, yourself, anything to add to that?
I just think, like you said, making connections with people. I just remember one thing that really stood out with Jeff when we started this is we had done some laundry and he had a sweater that shrunk, and he's like, I'm going to bring that. And he had a specific person that we see weekly. He wanted to give it to that student or that child at City Relief, Circle City Relief. And after speaking to the mom, she said, I don't know that Jeff knows this, but he uses that like a security blanket. He was literally sleeping with that sweater because it was so special to him. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And the relationship we built with that family, and they've had needs where they've needed bed for their child and different things for the house. And Jeff's gone and helped set up bed and equipment for him. And it's been cool to see those relationships. I mean, so many different families that you just come in contact with that are in need.
Yeah. You cannot not do something.
Right.
You cannot not want to act. Even outside of Circle City Relief, once you leave here and you start you go back to life as usual. The people that you meet at CCR, they're real people, right? Obviously, and we want to continue to provide some tangible assistance, and if we can, why not do it? And, the Lord definitely speaks to your hearts to do this or that or the other, and it's just really cool to see how you guys have you respond and you don't hesitate. So that's
I just remember growing up. When we would drive downtown, if we saw someone that was homeless, we'd like slowly put our hand on lock to lock the door, and or mom, you would walk on the other side of the road, just those type of things. And then working in New York and then coming here, and same thing. I know he's worked downtown, so he sees a lot of homeless people, and you don't think about that. And then once you start working with this organization, it's like, oh wow, that could be me someday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we were working with another organization that my best friend and I ran into a guy who commented on a jacket I was wearing that was my son's, and we started talking, and we found out that this guy went to high school with us and had family issues, lost his mom, and was living on the streets. And I'm like, that could be us any day. Right. So just all the connections with people you meet, and over the years, it's been really cool. Lots of buddies.
It's a small world,
and
you never know who you're going to meet, right? And to your point, we're all, it could be one of us. We could, something could happen to us unexpectedly, or one simple decision away from losing the things that we hold near and dear, and finding ourselves in a position, and some people just don't know what to do in that moment, where to go, who to talk to, what are the resources that are out there to help. And in my personal experience out at the serving side, a lot of people become psychologically paralyzed, and it's like panic, right? And that's why we're there to show up and be able to have hopefully engagement with people in conversations that that then provide some encouragement and some direction and some game planning. And you guys are not afraid to have those conversations yourselves, and that's been really cool to see and experience. And so, how has how do you think Circle City Relief has impacted the community? What impact do you see in the community from Circle City Relief?
You and Sandy are so consistent with your service, and I think that's what you're impacting the community most with. You're there all the time. It doesn't matter what weather.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You're there. And so I think that consistency is known, and the community recognizes it and expects it. That's good.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the best thing that we can do is show up, right?
You do.
And show up consistently each, week after week. I think the last Sunday was our 857th outreach since January
There's consistency,
right?
of 2010, and so it's just the most important thing is to show up, and with whatever it is that God has provided us with, whether it is just pizzas like it was for I'd say the first 10 to 12 years, and within the last 4 years or so, God has blessed us with chicken. Out of we have so much chicken. Chick-fil-A has been the blessing there, but yeah, whatever it is, we want to just show up and be able to provide whatever it is that God gives us to provide from a tangible aspect. But then to be able to have those conversations with people, because we know that hunger never stops, whether it's negative 31 degrees or blazing, feeling like 106 out there or whatever, or if it's raining or whatever the season is, hunger doesn't stop.
So it's a consistency with the temperature outside, whether it's cold or hot, and whether you got COVID or not.
Yeah.
Kept it going even during COVID.
Those were some strange days, but we didn't let it, keep
didn't
us
stop you.
It's right.
I remember when you were
it
out.
Didn't stop you all either.
Yeah, well, you were out in Florida, I think, in the whole month of January with your dad, and there was one weekend that the weather's awful, and you're like, I don't know if you should go downtown. So I was like, I'm not going to go, and Sandy was like, we don't want anybody going if it's going to be too risky. But by gosh, you guys had people that had trucks and made it. I'm like,
I didn't put weather advisories out there. 6 or more inches of snow, and we just trudged out.
Yeah,
we made it.
We weren't there, but
we shoveled out some areas in the parking lot so people can come. And I mean, on those kind of crazy days like that, where maybe 10 or 15 people show up from the community, hey, those 10 or 15 people that need it, they don't show up if they're not in need, right? So
I actually had one of our friends text me this week that hasn't been there for probably several months, and she was talking about how she's probably in a few months going to be out of her place she's living. And I said, have you reached out to Mary Kate? So your contact has been passed to several people.
Hey, yes.
And every one of those people's like, I know I need to call Matt. And they know that you're a safe person, that you've got the resources to help them. So
yeah,
you've blessed
we try
thousands of people in Indy.
We try to be 211 on the streets, or face to face with people, and so there's other places that provide information, but we do try to pride ourselves in having some robust places to try to connect people to. That's why engagement is so important, because we get to learn the people and try to learn the resources to connect the right people to the right resources. They're not every resources for everyone.
Right.
They're not all one size fits all. Sometimes they're hey, you fit here and you fit over here. And so we want to be able to do that.
So. You do it well.
Thanks. Thank you. So what would you say to someone if they were thinking about volunteering with Circle City Relief? Maybe it's somebody that's never volunteered with us before, or if it's somebody that has volunteered but say they haven't been back out in a while. What would you say to somebody that, as far as, hey, volunteer with Circle City?
Do it.
Do it. All right. Yeah.
Simple.
Simple. Keep it simple, right?
What happened the first time I said, let's go do this every month when I came back from New York? You're like, I don't know if I want to commit to that.
Yeah.
You just think I don't want to commit.
It's a change in your comfort level.
Right, yeah.
And now he likes to oversee, like, the pizza team. He likes to kind of call the shots in different areas of the day.
You guys are, always kind of competitive in there, too.
Yeah. He likes to take the kids and help load the truck. But I think the biggest thing is, and what's been cool in the school system, is the amount of families that I've been able to get to come with us, because they know, like, you guys volunteer with that organization. Like when we did the Christmas event, everybody for Miracle on 34th Street has heard about that and wants to come and be part of it.
Right.
And so then you start getting kids and their parents that want to come help out. And then they talk to their other classmates. They're like, oh yeah, we didn't know you were doing that this week, but we want to go next time. So just word of mouth. I mean, I think we try to get our daughter and her fiance and soon-to-be brother-in-law to come with us, and different friends and family members that it's like to take a small chunk of your day out on Sundays is not asking a lot once a month.
It really isn't, and that's why we try to, give people the option, morning only. If you only have the morning to do it, or afternoon
only. You gotta get the whole experience.
Or do the whole experience.
Except for we don't do the cleanup part.
10 to 3, we come back and clean up. I've been a couple times, but yeah.
We beeline for that part.
Well, when you bring up Jeff and you kind of drag him, Sandy had to do the same thing for me in New York.
Really?
When she wanted to go to New York City to serve, I didn't really want to go. It just wasn't necessarily something. I was I would say an infant in my Christian walk at the time. But at the same time, she was wanting to go, and it's like so we'll do it. And it impacted me more than anything. And now look at me, I do it 100% of the time. Now at Circle City Relief, and it's changed my life. New York City Relief changed my life, but God changed my life through faith in Christ and changing who I was, the selfish me that wanted to live life for me and only me, to wanting to impact others more than anything, and others for Christ. And so.
Well, and it's like I've always said, like, everybody has the same amount of hours in a day. It's like you get to decide how you choose that you want to be on social media hours. You can take time out of a Sunday, and I think it's been cool for us to serve together. It's fun to do that. I want to eventually get him to go on a mission trip with me sometime after he retires. But this has been a really cool thing to do together.
Well, every time you come out on Sundays, it's like a mission trip together.
It is.
Right
it's
in
so
their own
special.
Backyard, local.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
In our own backyard of Indianapolis, where there's struggle and hurt and people that are in need, and just need people like you two to come out each and every Sunday to serve and help provide what God graciously gives us to provide, and then engage and get to know them and just all of that good. And you guys are amazing examples of Christ to others in the city of Indianapolis, and we appreciate your time every time you come out.
We appreciate everything you guys do.
Well, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this amazing couple, Jeff and Kelly Meyer. You, hopefully that encourages you to come out and volunteer with Circle City Relief if you haven't done so already, or if you're somebody that hasn't been out in a while, come on back. We'd love to have you. We do this each and every Sunday from 12:30 to 2 out at our serving site, but preparation and everything begins at 10 o'clock in the morning on Sundays. And you can just go to www.circlecityrelief.org, choose a Sunday, register, and we'll look forward to serving with you. And so with that, really do appreciate you guys.
Thank
Take
you very
care.
much for having us.